Good morning, students. Welcome once again to my English classes. In today's video, we will continue with the chapter The Enemy by P.S. Buck. Students, till now we have studied that a white man was discovered at the beach by Dr. Sadao and his wife Hannah, and both Dr. Sadao and Hannah brought the white man inside their house and started giving him treatment. Hannah was giving anesthesia to the white man while Dr. Sadao was operating him, as a bullet was inside his body. So, let's continue from page number 35 now. It is not quite at the kidney, my friend, Sadao murmured. It was his habit to murmur to the patient when he forgot himself in an operation. My friend. He always called his patients, and so now he did, forgetting that this was his enemy. So, in these lines, we come to know that Dr. Sadao, he was engaged in operating the white man. He was near about the bullet in the body of the white man, and according to him, till now was near the kidney. But now Dr. Sadao has discovered that it is not quite at the kidney, and he called the white man as his friend, because it was the habit of Dr. Sadao to call his patients as my friend when he was totally absorbed in operation. When he used to do operation and he gets totally involved in it, he gets totally absorbed and concentrated in the operations, he used to call his patients as his friends. So at that point, he was calling the white man as his friend, and now he has forgotten that this was not his friend but it was his enemy. Then quickly, with the cleanest and most precise of incisions, the bullet was out. The man quivered, but he was still unconscious. Nevertheless, he muttered a few English words. And then, in a short while, and with the most precise means exact incisions, cuttings, and operating, the bullet was taken out from the body of the white man by Dr. Sadao, as Dr. Sadao was a well-known and famous surgeon of Japan. So he has taken out the bullet with the most cleanest and with the most precise incisions. The white man was quivering. Quivering means he was shaking, but he was still unconscious. He did not come to his senses till now. Nevertheless, he was muttering. Muttering means he was just speaking in a low tone. He was babbling a few English words. Girds, he muttered, choking. They got my girds. Sadao, Hannah cried sharply. So now, in unconsciousness, the white man was speaking that they have got his guts. Guts means here intestines. So listening the words of the white man, Hannah called Sadao. Hush, Sadao said. The man sank again into silence so profound that Sadao took up his rest, hating the touching of it. Yes, there was still a pulse, so faint, so feeble, but enough if he wanted the man to live, to give hope. So when Sadao said Hannah, and in the meanwhile the man sank again into silence. Means till now the white man was babbling some words in his unconsciousness, but at that moment he lost that consciousness also, and he has gone into a deep, profound in a silence, and at that moment Sadao touched his hands, felt his pulse just to check the whether the man is living or not, and he found that the pulse was still there, but it was faint and feeble. Means it was weakly moving. The pulses were weakly moving, but enough, and it gave a hope that man was going to live. But certainly, I do not want this man to live, he thought. But Dr. Sadao, he was saying to himself, he was thinking to himself that he does not want that this white man should live now. No more anesthesia, he told Hannah. He stops Hannah from giving anesthesia to the white man, as the wound of the white man was operated and the bullet has been taken out, so no more anesthesia was needed to give him. He turned as swiftly as though he had never paused, and from his medicines he chose a small vial and from it filled a hypodermic and thrust it into the patient's left arm. Then putting down the needle, he took the man's wrist again. The pulse under his fingers fluttered once or twice and then grew stronger. So now, after stopping Hannah from giving anesthesia, Dr. Sadao turned slowly as he had never paused, and from his medicines he took out a small vial. Vial here means an injection, and he filled a hypodermic and then he thrusted it into the patient's left arm. Then he gave an injection, a type of injection of some antiseptics or anti-pain relief injection to the white man, and then he put down the needle and then he felt the pulse of the white man again, and at this moment the pulse under his fingers were fluttering and it was becoming stronger than before. Now, this man will live in spite of all, he said to Hannah and sighed. Now, after feeling the pulse of the white man, Dr. Sadao said to Hannah that the white man is going to live. He is going to live, and the operation was successful, and he sighed. Sighed means he took a long breath of relief. The young man woke, so weak, his blue eyes so terrified when he perceived where he was, that Hannah felt compelled to apologize. She herself served him, for none of the servants would enter the room. So, when the young man woke up from his unconsciousness, he was feeling weak and his blue eyes looked so frightened and terrified to search that where he was lying. And at that time, Hannah felt compelled to apologize that she herself was helping this white man. She was serving herself to him, because none of the servants of her household would enter the patient's room, as they have denied that they are not going to give or support to the enemy. So finally, the white man came back to his senses again. He became conscious, and now he was able to talk to Hannah, and now he could tell his whole happenings which had happened to him and how he have came there. So the operation done by Dr. Sadao was successful.